My name is Alec Kosteris. I've been trucking now for 15 years. My position has evolved from company driver to independent owner-operator, and now co-founder of Alpha Drivers Transportation. Throughout my career, I have had back issues. One can't help but be subject to that whole body vibration, which is going to have an effect on somebody's health, and particularly back health. The ROI Cabmate is important for the industry because the industry needs to offer a healthy work environment, and healthy being safe and protecting drivers from work-related injuries, whether it's back pain, whether it's stress, and so on. I saw just a study just the other day that the average lifespan of an over-the-road truck driver is 61 years old. I'm already older than that, so I hate to say that I'm on borrowed time. But we need to take care of drivers collectively as an industry. And the ROI Cabmate provides a benefit that may allow drivers to surpass that 61 years average tenure and lifespan. One of the things I've noticed about using the ROI Cabmate, my impression is I'm much more refreshed. So I can drive now 10 or 11, 12 hours, in a day, but I don't feel as beat up, physically and emotionally. At the end of the day, I feel totally relaxed still after driving a very long day. I go home, and by the time I go home, I can go right to bed and go right to sleep without having to unwind and decompress. I'm not as tense, and I'm not as sore. It's a much more pleasant, relaxed drive. And it's a very noticeable thing because it's one thing to go over bumps and get jostled around, but it's another where you actually don't get jostled around, and therefore you're not fighting it mentally. We did a lot of testing going over railroad tracks repeatedly, for example. Without the Cabmate, it was violent. It was a violent transition. And that's with a truck that arguably has the best suspension in the marketplace, and it was still very violent. After putting on the Cabmate suspension, not only was it not violent, it was almost like a ho-hum. And the best way to describe it is, when you hit bumps, it's a much more controlled transition because the ROI Cabmate removes the violence, but you still feel the road itself. But it's the harshness, the rolling, the sideways motion, and everything else. All of that goes away, but you still feel like you have good contact with the road. So you still feel the texture of the road without the violence of it. And so because of that, you feel more secure driving the truck. All of those externalities are removed, so you're able to better concentrate on the road, and it feels more stable and therefore more secure. Everything kind of now seems like a kind of a non-event, and therefore it's less stressful, and at my age you don't feel as beat up at the end of the day. Again, it's only been a few weeks, but the ROI Cabmate, by taking out that violence, has made the truck driving experience much more comfortable, more relaxed, and I have to believe more healthy for the driver. This is no joke. I don't want to drive a truck without the ROI Cabmate suspension. As a fleet operation, I think it's going to become standard equipment for us because the ride improvement is so vast. And we want to take care of our drivers and get the greatest amount of productivity while taking care of the driver itself. And it's a very hard thing to describe when you have something that's already better than everybody else's. You're taking something that's much more sophisticated and taking it up to a whole new level such that the normal vibrations that would adversely affect a driver, both physically and mentally, and you're taking that away. You're making the suspension and the whole driving experience to a level that no other technology is going to be able to deliver. The ROI Cabmate provides a driver with a much smoother drive.